Nice and quiet. Come home late at night. Won't wake the neighbors up. Oh, get all the bitches going.
Hi, this is Ken Kaplan from Kaplan Cycles, and one of our good friends here from town, Charles Newmack, dropped off his Honda VTX 1800. He's getting up there, he's in his late 70s, and he's had this bike for a while, and just a little bit too heavy for him. He's gonna downsize. This thing is absolutely gorgeous. Charles took really good care of it, and I think as you can see in the video, the bike speaks for itself. It's loaded with extras on the bike. I'll go over with you everything that's been done to the bike, starting with the Cobra tachometer. It has a aftermarket Cobra tachometer, has a Daytona battery voltage gauge on it, has Currie-Aiken grips with cruise control in the throttle assist, the highway pegs from Currie-Aiken on the floorboards. It has an aftermarket backrest here. I believe it's from the Honda line. And on this side you can see it's got the highway pegs, of course, and of course it's got the triple headlight assembly on it. All aftermarket features, and it has a 12-volt phone charger or battery hookup on it. It also has a brand new set of Metzlers on it with less than 200 miles on them. You can still see it's got the hairy nubs on the side. These are the top-of-the-line Metzlers, made in Germany, front and rear. These are the Elite 3 Metzlers. They're the right tires for this bike. This is a very, very, very gorgeous bike. The paint job is beautiful on it, and it runs perfectly. Everything on the bike works exactly the way it's supposed to. Every light on the bike, every switch, the horn, starter, typical Honda quality as you would expect. Let me read some excerpts from a test that was done on the bike. It's long and low, and Honda's latest custom cruiser sports a 67.5-inch wheelbase and a 1795cc V-twin. Cast aluminum wheels shod with Dunlop D251s give the VTX an edgy street ride look. Our test model came with the Illusion blue paint, and apparently this is a $300 option, the red paint on this bike. Parked Hondas, new for 02 VTX 1800 in front of your local burger joint. We guarantee the first comment out of any gawking onlooker's mouth will center around one undeniable truth. This thing is big. The exhaust system's big. The gas tank is big. The fork is big. And the cast aluminum wheels are big. And the hulking 1800cc engine, it's huge. In the case of the VTX, size does matter. And if you think big, brawny motorcycles need equally big and brawny power delivery, then you're going to love the latest custom roll-up Honda's Marysville, Ohio production line. Thank God Honda didn't skimp in the engine department. That's fairly obvious upon first glance at the VTX. The chrome-covered 1800cc double-barreled bazooka Honda stuffed in the steel chassis sport dual-plug, 3-valve heads, 4-inch pistons, and the largest cylinders and connecting rods the company has ever made. The result, acclaimed 106 horsepower at 5,000 RPM and 120 pound-feet of torque at 3,500. This thing flies. But it's not just the engine that draws your attention to the VTX. Cloaking the Big Twin is a hot rod-inspired visual package that is arguably the best looking of any cruiser ever produced. The VTX sits long and low on its muscle haunches. Everything about the VTX design screams attitude. From the sculpted chrome headlight and aluminum bar hangers to the shotgun exhaust. Sorry about the noise in the background, they're weed whacking out there. They're doing a little ground keeping out there, hopefully get them to stop it. Teardrop taillight mounted on the chopped rear fender. The 4.5 gallon fuel tank is wide and conspicuous and it tapers smoothly into the front end of the comfortable seat. Can you tell him to shut that off and to go over there and just do the weeding, please, on the side of the thing until we're done? We're going to be shooting videos to 5. The VTX sports a complement of respectable components to try and help it through the corners. A massive tubular steel frame is the backbone of the chassis, working with a 45mm inverted fork for 3.5 inches of travel up front and dual shocks sporting 3.5 inches of travel up back. You feel cool just sitting on the VTX, and the general public backs up that sentiment. Very few motorcycles have listed the number of looks, smiles, thumbs up, and overall interest that we encountered during our outings on the VTX. Lever pull is light, the throttle action is downright buttery. Thumb the starter and the big twin chugs to life, a muted, mellow tone emitting from the big exhaust. To eliminate what would otherwise be a substantial amount of rocking, the V-twin is equipped with 2 counterbalancer weights. First gear burnouts are child's play, and tripping the tire during second and third gear upshifts is equally effortless. And stretch its legs we did. Twist the throttle in any of the first 3 gears and be prepared for a king-size helping of acceleration and prodigious amounts of torque. Accelerating from 40 miles per hour in 5th gear is completely doable, and if you drop down to 2nd, you'd best be holding on tight. The feeling of acceleration is magnified on the VTX due to its laid-back seating position. When the scenery gets shoved into fast forward, all of the rider's weight is shifted rearward to the seat, leaving the arms and legs clawing for a secure hold. This thing will blow just about anything on the road, off the road, during the first couple hundred feet. But don't get the wrong idea. Sure, the VTX is ready and willing to shred Dunlops all day long, but it's just as happy plodding lazily along your favorite back road or boulevard. Power can be had anywhere in the rev range, and near flawless carburation means managing it doesn't have to be less than throttle control. Steering effort is light, and the bike feels lighter than it is easy to handle. Overall, the VTX carries itself well. Up front, the big fork does a good job of handling pavement regularities. Basically, what we've got here is a bona fide hot rod custom. Honda set out to produce the largest displacement custom ever, and in doing so, design a package that's as appealing to the eye as it is to the right wrist. The VTX is making up for years of cruisers packing lackluster engines, weak brakes, and spongy chassis with an in-your-face design and the performance to back it up. The biggest, baddest cruiser Honda has ever produced, the VTX is powered by the 1800cc V-twin with 106 horsepower. The VTX 1800R, outrageous horsepower and a mellow package. So that pretty much sums it up. It's a badass cruiser. It looks badass. It is badass. It's an 02, but it looks brand new. It was owned by a 75-year-old guy, stored indoors. Very low miles, only 20 something thousand. Very low miles, and new tires on it. Doesn't need anything at all. It's ready to go for a season of cruising. So, and these Hondas are notorious for lasting forever. So, good luck bidding on the bike. If you have any questions, give us a call, 860-454-7024. Stop by the shop, take a look at it. All proceeds, all profits are going to the New England Motorcycle Museum Construction Fund. We're building the world's largest motorcycle museum right here in Rockville, Connecticut. And this bike's a piece of that history. So good luck bidding on it. Hopefully it goes to a great home, and God bless America.